Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Learning with the Lions. On today's episode, we are going to be identifying plane shapes. Plane shapes are just another word for two-dimensional shapes. What is a two-dimensional shape? A two-dimensional shape is a flat figure. What is a flat figure? Let's discover that together. This is a circle. A circle is an example of a two-dimensional shape because it is a flat figure. It is flat. A circle is round and curved. It has no sides or corners. This is an oval. An oval is an example of a two-dimensional shape because it is a flat figure. It is flat. An oval is curved like a circle, but it is long and looks like an egg. It has no sides or corners. Now, boys and girls, I want you to take some time and think about it. How are the circles and ovals the same? If you think circles and ovals are the same because they are both curved and they have no sides or corners, then you are correct. How are circles and ovals different? If you think circles and ovals are different because ovals are long and look like an egg, then you are right on the money using your thinking brain this morning. Here's another example of a two-dimensional shape. These are triangles. Triangles are an example of a two-dimensional shape because it is a flat figure. Triangles have 3 straight sides and 3 corners. Some triangles have sides that are all the same length, like this one. Other triangle sides are not all the same size, like this one. As long as it has 3 straight sides and 3 corners, then it is a triangle. This is a square. A square has 4 corners and 4 straight sides. The sides of the square are all the same length. These are rectangles. A rectangle has 4 corners and 4 straight sides. The sides of the rectangle are not all the same length. These have 2 long sides. Here are the long sides, and 2 short sides. Here are the short sides. Again, first grade, I want you to think about it. How are rectangles and squares the same? If you think rectangles and squares are the same because they both have 4 sides and 4 corners, then you are correct. Now look carefully at these pictures. How are squares and rectangles different? If you're thinking that the rectangles and squares are different because the squares have sides that are all the same size, and rectangles have 2 long sides and 2 short sides, then you are correct. Way to use your brain. Now, these are some two-dimensional shapes you may not know about. This, my friends, is a trapezoid. A trapezoid has 4 corners and 4 straight sides. Trapezoids have one set of parallel lines and one set of intersecting lines. And I know you are thinking, what does that mean? I want you to take your arms. I'm doing it too, even though you can't see me. And I want you to hold them out like an equal sign. These are parallel lines. They can go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and never touch each other. These lines right here, these are parallel lines. They never touch each other. They are parallel. Now, these lines right here are intersecting. I want you to take your arms and I want you to make an X. Trust me, I'm doing it too. An X is intersecting. They are going to cross, just like your arms are crossing into an X right now. Eventually, if we were to extend these lines all the way out, they would cross somewhere. They are going to intersect. They are going to cross. So trapezoids have one set of parallel lines. One, here are the parallel lines right here. And then one set of intersecting lines. The intersecting lines are right here. This is a rhombus. A rhombus has 4 corners and 4 straight sides. Just like the square, the sides of the rhombus are all the same length. A rhombus has 2 sets of parallel lines. So if you remember, we said parallel or like an equal sign when you hold your arms out. They are going to go on forever and ever and ever and ever and never touch each other. Here's one set of parallel lines. There's one. Okay? And they're going to go on forever and ever and ever, and they are never going to touch each other. They are parallel. And here's the other side. Here's the other set right here. They are going to go on forever and ever and ever and never touch each other. So a rhombus has 2 sets of parallel lines. A rhombus looks like a diamond and a kite. Now I want you to think about it. How are rhombuses and trapezoids the same? If you're thinking a rhombus and a trapezoid are the same because they have 4 sides and 4 corners, then you are correct. How are rhombuses and trapezoids different? This one might be a little bit hard, so I'm going to help you out some. Remember, a trapezoid has one set of parallel lines, meaning they are never ever going to touch each other. And then they also have a set of intersecting, which is like an X. They are going to cross. So this has one set of parallel lines. Here are the parallel lines. I'm going over them with my mouse. Those are parallel. They're never ever going to touch. And then these right here, these are the intersecting lines. This is a rhombus, and a rhombus has 2 sets of parallel lines. 2 sets of lines that are never ever ever going to touch each other. Here is a 2-dimensional shape you may be familiar with. This is a pentagon. A pentagon has 5 corners and 5 straight sides. Here's a little hint. Penta means 5. A pentagon looks like a house. So if you've ever drawn a house and you can see this is the roof and these are the walls, you have made a pentagon. You can also see a pentagon on a soccer ball. Look, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corners. This, my friends, is a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 corners and 6 straight sides. Hexa means 6. A hexagon looks like the pattern on a honeycomb a bee makes. This is an octagon. An octagon has 8 corners and 8 straight sides. Octa means 8. If you think about it, there is an animal you know that has octa in the name. If you're thinking it's an octopus, you're so smart and we are on the same track. Octopus is an animal that has 8 legs because octa means 8. An octagon looks like a stop sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 corners. Well, boys and girls, that brings our lesson to an end. I hope you enjoyed identifying plane shapes, which are also known as two-dimensional shapes. Have a wonderful day.